Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to another episode of the Islamophobia podcast. So a few days ago, I heard the news that Hatun from Speaker's Corner was apparently stabbed. And she's basically a Christian apologist, and she's very infamous for her Islamophobia. She oftentimes insults the Prophet. She harasses the Muslims in many different ways. I saw a video by Apostate Prophet, or Ridvan. He basically said that how horrible this is terrible, blah da da da. Let's take a look at what he says.
Hatun, who is a speaker and a regular debater at Speaker's Corner in the UK, was just stabbed. Apparently because she was speaking against Islamic canon and because she was wearing a Charlie Hebdo shirt for solidarity with the right to draw cartoons. I'm not sure if everyone is aware of this, but people who keep calling her and others like her names and who keep calling people enemies of Islam are responsible for this. Stop calling people enemies of Islam. Stop justifying violence and punishments against people who do not agree with Islam, who leave Islam, who criticize Islam, who offend Islam. If you think such brutal hate and violence is justified against people who disagree with your religion or who hurt your poor feelings, then you are in the wrong place. You should get the out and live in some different country. I'm not sure about the laws in the UK, but I think it should be quite similar that if people engage in inflammatory speech and justifications of hate and violence against certain individuals, and then people who listen to them actually commit violence against those individuals, then those speakers can be held responsible for inciting and causing the violence. Maybe people should now be aware of how serious this situation is and take action, legal action, make complaints against people who justify violence, who talk about how we deserve to be punished and executed. Stop calling people enemies of Islam. This is your fault, your responsibility. If you want to distance yourself from this, condemn the people and change the way you speak, or get out. Be quiet. Please show your support for Hatun right now. She deserves it. Stay away from Islam.
And I'll say this right now. It doesn't matter who this happened to. It doesn't matter the fact that it happened to Hatun. It wouldn't matter if it happened to some kind of some Hindu somewhere. Any kind of attacks like this that goes against the laws of the country, is against Islam, Christianity, or whatever kind of religion you can think of. This type of attack is not justified in any way, shape or form. However, I find it quite interesting the fact that Ridvan makes this video because a few days ago, Sheikh Uthman, who's a very prominent speaker, he got a threat for giving dawa in his booth. In his car there was a paper, and it was a direct threat.
Alhamdulillah, some brothers found this death threat on my car today. Sheikh Uthman, they misspelled Sheikh and Uthman. We know your car, we know your house. Stop, dua, they misspelled dawa, or die. It's Saints Assam. You saints, you devils, you guys do whatever you want. We're not stopping dawa. This is what I think is your death threat. You know my house, you know my car, come do something.
And when he got a threat of violence, what was the reaction of Ridvan? What was the reaction, Ridvan?
I'm happy to announce that I found this death threat on my car this morning. It says, "Hello apostate," apostate misspelled. "We know your car. We are very mad. We are dangerous terrorists. Stop Islamophobia or die. Uthman Bundy." It's very disrespectful. There's even a stain of a coffee cup on here. Here's what I think of your death threat. You can never stop me. I will keep going. I'm strong.
No, what you did was that you mocked it. Okay, so when a Islamophobe gets attacked, you're all out there, you're all about, this is wrong, this should be stopped, all that. And when it comes to Muslims, you're mocking it. And you call us, or Muslim apologetics, that we need to take responsibility when you're the one who's mocking the fact that Muslims are getting death threats? How much of a hypocrite do you have to be, Ridvan? And now on to this whole incident and my thoughts on it. Now, I have a video on my channel. It's called the Islamophobe Cringe Compilation. In that video, I mocked Hatun, and unfortunately, against my better judgment, I just wanted to make that video because I thought it would be fun. But now I realize that this is not funny. This woman has been attacked for 2 times now. So as Muslims, we have to take responsibility for this. So I'm going to, the video that I uploaded where I mocked Hatun, I'm going to unlist that video. Okay? This is me being consistent. Because if you guys remember, a few years ago, last year I think, I had a debate, kind of a debate with Armin Navabi, where he made a video against me, I made a video against him, etc. And the debate topic was that, does hate speech lead to violence? Or one of the main topics was that. And I pointed out a research study which shows that hate speech has a direct correlation with violence against religious minorities, especially if the hate speech is against ethnicity, religion, or other type of things. And they showed a direct evidence of Donald Trump's Islamophobic tweets, and it showed that those tweets, the area where those tweets were shared more, had more violence against Muslims, or something like along that line. And there they provide more evidence. They don't just provide that one. There's a lot more evidence. And one of the very popular hashtag, burn the Quran, in the UK, the same hashtag where it spread the most were the areas where Muslims were attacked the most. So there's a direct correlation between hate speech and direct violence in real life. It doesn't matter whether it's religion, whether it's person. So hate speech has consequences. Now, of course, criticizing something is fine, but hate speech should be banned. And the truth is that I have to be consistent. I can't be a hypocrite. So I have to take myself as responsible, even though I did not. Obviously, we did not directly cause this, but there is a correlation here, and we have to be careful because. And this is something I've been noticing, especially on dawa community and online, which is that we have a lot of youngsters, and I understand when you're young and when you see your religion being insulted, it is very, very difficult to stay cautious, like stay patient, right? But we have to understand something. How should I put this? Our conflict is not with the human being, but our conflict is with their ideas, okay? We're battling their ideas intellectually, right? This is what dawah is about. We're not against the person. The kuffar, who knows, maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide them. It's not up to us. Our job is to deliver the message. It's not to derogate them, not to insult them, mock them. And sometimes it's fine, like if they're mocking you or if they're mocking our religion, sometimes in the form of an argument, sometimes if you use some insults or something like that, then it's completely fine. But the insults have to be smart, okay? It cannot be derogatory, okay? And I've been noticing that over the last few years, when we comes to criticizing our opponent, instead of attacking their arguments, we're attacking their personalities or them as human beings. Whether it's David Wood or Sam Shimon, it doesn't matter. And I think this needs to stop. When I say stop, I don't mean like stop criticizing them or mocking them when they say something stupid. Stop it when it's not necessary. Like for example, I see a lot of memes out there of Sam Shimon acting stupid. Now I heard that he has psychological issues, like I genuinely have psychological issues. If that is the case, then I don't think we should go out of our way and put out memes or mock him or insult him, because then we're doing something that's against the Sunnah. Because Prophet ﷺ clear-cut said, a Muslim is someone from whose hand and tongue is the people safe. which means the people have to be safe from our tongue and our hand, which means we cannot hurt someone physically and we cannot insult someone with our tongue. Okay, so this is clear cut against Islam. We cannot say something in a way that would cause harm to other people, so we have to be very, very careful. And the thing is that, look, I get it, right? I mean, like, when we're dealing with Islamophobes, sometimes they're so disgusting and insulting. It's very hard to do that. It's very hard to follow the Sunnah, and I understand that. You know, whether it's Apostate Prophet, whether it's David Wood, it doesn't matter. But the thing is, we have to at least try to be better than them. And I'm holding myself guilty as well. I do this all the time. Okay? But this is a warning against me. And who knows, maybe I won't be able to do this myself. But I'll still try. Okay? So all I'm asking is that you guys at least try with me. Okay? Because we have to follow the Sunnah. And especially when it comes to giving dawa, right? We cannot be a bunch of animals that just says whatever comes to their mouth. This is not how dawah should be. One of the most important aspects of giving dawah is your mannerism, your character, right? And this is very, very important, because if you look at one of the biggest dais, which is Dr. Zakir Naik, right? Dr. Zakir Naik has such great mannerism. You know, he never insults his opponent. I mean, he constantly gets insulted, belittled. Sometimes he does lose his patience. But for the most part, he's very well mannered. I mean, he just has a glass of water and he just speaks and he just destroys people, right? But that's just who he is. He just doesn't insult people. He's a very humble person. If you have to take someone as an example when it comes to mannerism, look to him, right? Be humble. Try to be as respectable as possible. And then in the form of a debate, when you're going back and forth, if some, like, I don't know, they say something stupid, they make a stupid argument, then sure, mock their argument, but not the person. Mock their argument in the form of a debate. But don't go out there and slander them. Okay? Don't go out there and make memes just for the sake of it. Do it when they do it when they're insulting the Prophet or doing something disgusting like that. Call them out. Even make memes, no problem, but do not go out of your way and make memes just for the sake of it, just for the sake of entertainment. Don't do that, because this could be a form of hate speech, and these people could be targeted. Because let's face it, our community is not perfect. Our community is huge, and there's a lot of, when it comes to huge communities, there's a lot of scumbags. Okay, so we have to be careful. And yeah, that's the video I wanted to make. I know what I'm saying is very difficult, because I know there's a lot of meme channels out there, and I love the brothers for it. Okay, they're doing some great work. But all I'm saying is that make your memes or jokes in a way that's not hate speech. Okay, be respectful of the person. Okay, attack their ideas, not the person. Okay, so yeah, that's my advice. Anyway, with that, I want to end the video, and this is what I wanted to say, because I feel like as Muslim apologists, we have to sometimes take responsibility. And this is one of those cases, because we've been making fun of Hatun for a very long time, and this one has been attacked multiple times, and we need to stop. And we need to stop mocking her. Of course, we're going to criticize her, we're going to do all these things, but we have to at least try to not go out of our way and make like memes and stuff like that. So inshallah, by the time this video is up, I'm going to unlist my Islamophobe cringe video, at least for the moment, because until she's better. And even after that, I don't know whether I'll re-upload it or not, because this is not Sunnah. This is not the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So yeah, I hope you guys take my advice. Either way, I'm done with this video. Again, thank you guys for watching. Also, by the way, if you like the video, like, share, subscribe, and support me on Patreon if you want to. And yeah, this is someone in the video. Thank you guys for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.